Hello and welcome back to Raccoon Justice, where justice done the Raccoon way is the only way to do justice. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please remember to give this video a massive thumbs up because it helps me out immeasurably, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And if you are new, welcome to the channel. Right, today we're going to be talking about dad versus girls, or dad v girls, DVG, whatever you like to call them. And the reason we're going to be talking about them is because they're not talked about enough in this community. I know I talk about them a fair amount, but that's just me. We all need to be talking about them because when it comes to child exploitation, financially exploiting children, because obviously there are different types of exploitation in terms of exploiting a child's needs and their illnesses and their private life and things like that. In those terms, DVG are moderate. They don't share when somebody is sick, or except for the time that Casey got COVID, that was a big thing. But they don't share, like, they don't clickbait injuries and stuff like that, and they don't generally put out a lot about their private life, although for my liking there is too much still, because there was an incident not too long ago where Casey's school was exposed on TikTok, I believe, and you know, this sort of thing shouldn't really happen. I mean, they put out their kids in the school uniform on the vlogs all the time, but they don't think anything of it. They'll just blur out the badge, but all you need is an approximate area and the colours of the school uniform. Bam, you've got the school. It's easy. So Joel, if you happen to be watching this, that is how it's done. Please modify your behaviour in the future, because that will help protect your kids. And despite what you think, that is actually what I'm here to do. But the main exploitation, which they are so guilty of, is financial, and that is they use their kids for the lifestyle that they have. They use their kids to pay their mortgage, they use their kids to go on holiday, they use their kids to pay their bills, everything. And we're going to tell you right now how it's done. They do every now and again. I mean, obviously they earn lots of money off their AdSense on their vlogs. That is an obvious thing that they do. Again, it's difficult to tell exactly how much. Say if they get an average 300,000 to 500,000 views every vlog at the moment, and that is, I don't know, three to 5 grand possibly. You know, it's not an exact science. I don't have access to their figures and their stats, so it's hard to know exactly, but approximately. Then the bigger amount that they're earning is courtesy of their sponsorships that they run vigorously through Instagram. And I mean, if you've ever been on their Instagram, it is incessant. The amount of, I mean, they post general stuff because they need to keep the people coming back, because people are not going to be happy with it if every single post of theirs is an ad, but every second post is an ad. And it is not just the small ads, it is the major companies. The companies which work with them the most seems to be PayPal and Now TV, two huge companies. So you know that the earnings are going to be huge. And we're going to run through why and how they get the money and how they get the sponsorships and how their kids are used for this, because it's not always evident. First up is recently, and this is the second to last post that they made, plus about the 5th post down, so 2 in the last few weeks have been, they've used their baby Madison was born, and they vowed not to use her in the vlogs, or much in the vlogs, and not to exploit her. And people said, oh, they're not going to exploit their baby, but whilst they don't put the baby in the vlog much, they have done, they have started exploiting her financially on Instagram. And you might not see that if all you see is carefree and lovely vlogs on YouTube. They put up this, the recent one, bath time with Madison is always too cute, at Nala's Baby UK. So I don't know how much they got paid for this, and we'll never know exactly, but I've had a look at I've done a little bit of research to see how much influencers of this stature might get paid, and it says of their level, around about 500,000 followers on Instagram, you can expect to be paid around $500 to $5,000 per post, depending on what type of post it is, depending on how many likes you get, and whether it's a story or just a post, a picture, a video, lots of different factors. So I couldn't really say how much this particular one got, but using her to sell or to earn money in their case is just clearly wrong. And the next one was, we are getting Madison's room ready so she can spend her first night in her own bedroom. A very poignant moment for any father. It always seems to be Joel as well. This is weird for me. Okay, I know, like, you can't stereotype a father and a mother's role, right? But why is it always Joel? He is in all the ads. I don't know. You'd have thought it would be a mother and daughter, okay? But maybe they're being progressive and it's the father and daughter. But anyway, so yeah, exploiting your baby again. Now, apart from this, we've got the endless stories and reels that they put up, which include their other kids, like the 2 younger ones. I think she's a 4-year-old and 8 or 9-year-old. And they use them a lot to sell things. And then you've got the endless ads, which aren't immediately obvious that they're child exploitation, but see these ones, like this one with Amazon, you can see that it's just Joel and Sarah doing the advert, and to the naked eye you think, oh well, you know, at least the kids aren't involved in it. But just think, how did they get that ad? They only have the ad because of the kids, right? If they didn't have the kids, they wouldn't have the channel, they wouldn't have the Instagram account, they wouldn't have all the clicks, likes and everything else. These companies are paying them because they have huge followings. They only have that huge following because of the kids. So therefore, the kids have made them be able to get that ad in the first place. Nobody is going to give Joel and Sarah an ad without all the kids that are following them. So I hope I've explained that well, because the amount of ads that they've put on, now I reckon, given what I said before about the amounts, the financial gain per post, between $5,000 and $5,000 per post. The ones which I've mentioned were PayPal, Amazon and Now TV. They are huge companies and they are paying them to do huge ads like stories, reels, videos, all the major ones which you would expect a high-end ad to be. So I would expect those to be $5,000 minimum per ad. And the amount that they do, no wonder they're rolling in it. No wonder they have a £1.2 million house, all paid for by the kids. And this is why I get a little bit frustrated when people look at their family and say, well, they're not doing anything wrong. They're not exploiting their kids. They're not exploiting their lives or their privacy. They're not treating them badly. But they are using them to pay their mortgage in a big way. A much larger way than a lot of the other family channels which I mentioned. So these sort of things need to be brought to attention as well. So please think about that. And before you like the next Joel or DVG advert, just remember that that is helping pay for their kids to be exploited some more. Right, so thank you all so much for joining me today. Please remember to give this video a massive thumbs up because it helps me out. Comment everything you want to comment down below. That also helps me out. And subscribe to the channel because that does help me out. Remember, have a wonderful day and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you so much to all my channel members: Kelly XX, Supergirl Fan, Butterfly 0111X, Sam, Granny Cake, Layla 68, Hayley Billington, My One Hollywood, soon to be Mrs. B, Reborn 1988, Paul, Caroline Page, Jim Jam, Vicky Mum of 4XX, Joanne C, Jude Lyons 1, Kirsty Reed, Tracy Jordan, Linda Spencer and Cam K. Thank you all so much for all your support.